Yo, what it do, what it is, y'all. It's your boy Telling Me Rock. You're down tuned into the infamous No Filter Show. And as always, I'm joined by my great co-hosts.
Y'all know these vibes, beats, bars, and fake. We in the building. It's K Quick. Yeah. Thursday again.
Man, and naturally, this is your boy. I'm getting mixed up because I'm feeling like Hugh Hefner. So let's go with G.I. Mo, aka Hugh Hefner. Okay.
Real sexy reds.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
real
need.
sexy reds.
I'm gonna need you to put that roll back in Bluefinger's closet when you're done with it.
Oh fuck y'all.
I'm the Blue Phoenix, aka
Uh,
Blue Finger.
There you go. See.
Mo came on the show like, I just feel so beautiful, so marvelous.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we all though? Shouldn't we all? He coming to the example. So pay attention, Jimmy.
Phoenix does it.
You know what? Mo, I gotta tell him that's bullshit. This is a sign that as soon as this show go off, Mo's taking his light skin ass to bed.
Yeah.
He's sleepy. He forgot to actually dress up for the show.
You already know that.
But look,
Yeah.
hold on, wait, quick.
Yeah.
You always the first one off. Quick be like, all right, y'all.
Because somebody got to do it.
That's exactly what I did. Say now, man. How y'all feeling today, man?
I'm good. Phoenix, anything in the levitation universe today?
Oh shit.
No levitating today. It was science projects with Ethan and.
How you doing?
He's doing good.
Yeah. What about you, Rocky?
Well, I've been fighting traffic. I recently moved, and on my way to work, I got to deal with 210.
Fun.
And I just want to say, at first, I had a problem with the Hispanics and the way they drive. Now I want to talk to you niggas. Okay, on 210 every morning, there's at least 8 people driving on the shoulders. These niggas created an extra lane. Niggas, it's a light right here. Where the fuck are you going? But in front of me and slow me the fuck down. Like, what the fuck? Like, nah, I'm tired of you niggas. I'm really tired of you niggas.
What time do you have to clock in?
I'm tired of you niggas.
What time do you have to clock in?
I gotta be at work at 8.
Oh.
Can I ask you a question? How do you feel about
5:30.
How do you feel about people who stop completely on a yellow light?
I think they should go back to driving school, or they should have their big toe cut off.
I think that they should actually be forced to lick a motherfucking a pair of bear balls. That's what I think. Yeah, testicles.
A grizzly.
Yep. Hairy and all.
Man.
Yep.
I mean, I agree because the way I learned, yellow light does not mean stop. To quote my man Adonis, yellow light is light green. It means go a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that means get the fuck on. Hurry the fuck up. We both could have made the shit, bitch. Like, we both could have made that fucking light. But you want to see that, bro? And in DC, for some weird fucking reason, they have people shook as fuck, bro. Like, DC has become incredibly frustrating to drive in. I've never seen so many people stop at yellow lights, bro. And there's never a fucking policeman around. Never.
Mo.
Ever.
Mo.
What's that?
Who the fuck needs police officers when you got speed traps and light cameras on every fucking light?
Oh, no. See, that's the problem. See, that's wrong. I drive through the city 24/7, just basically 8 hours a day, right? I drive through this city constantly. Only thing you got to do is look for the sign that says photo enforced. That way you know that they have the bird's eye view because they move them up now. They have to warn you before you go through them in order for them to charge you with anything. So pay attention
do that
to
all
the
the
right
time.
and up. No, every fucking time. I promise you this. I live in the bruh. I basically live in the fucking city, bruh. You can't tell me nothing. Now I get it, but you can't tell me nothing about
That's
driving.
the city. That's the city. When they sneak them out here in Maryland, they be on the sneak.
Nah.
A lot of time.
No,
they be white, bruh. They white.
No. Because remember, at one point, they put speed cameras on the Beltway. Remember that?
They stopped doing that shit. It was causing accidents.
Of course. And now I will say this: they are white, but I'm gonna tell you like this: they are in the most weirdest places. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie.
Every school zone has a camera.
Wow.
Every school zone in Maryland has a camera around it. If every time you enter a school zone, you will get a camera. That's guaranteed. They will not have cameras any other places. They are not going to do it around BK Miller's where the liquor store is. It's going to be by some type of school. Even if it looks like a church, it could be a school/church. It's always a school.
I ain't gonna hold you. Some neighborhoods got them, but
can I ask y'all a question?
You welling like shit.
Have y'all ever got a speed camera and looked at it and be like, "Damn, I was over there on this day"?
Nah,
yeah.
Hell no,
bruh.
Well, have you ever went past a speed camera and know it caught you because you didn't see it until the light went off behind you?
Nah, because I was on my fucking phone, which is most of our fucking problems. We look down instead of holding the phone up or being on our goddamn phones, which is the reason why people they stop at yellow lights because they too busy doing, especially the African Uber drivers with their bitch asses. They always, I wonder what this is. They always tapping that motherfucker in front of them and shit, trying to get the directions. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I got one better for you. Have y'all ever got a ticket and you didn't even do nothing?
Yeah.
Never had that.
I've got
driving while black
on the 11th Street Bridge. And that cross right there, I had stopped at the light, but the car in front of me went over the light, and I got the ticket.
What?
Wow, how in the hell?
Wow.
He must have knew that person or something.
Hey, what it do, mama?
What's
I was
good,
worried about that because there's the camera doesn't do this. It doesn't swivel. So I'm trying to figure out how do they
go over the line. I was behind him, so I was in the turning lane. Once you go over that line, the camera automatically flashes. I was sitting at the line, but it sent me the ticket. And my job was trying to make me pay for it. And I was like, no, don't you see I'm behind the line? I'm not paying it. Oh!
All right. Well, to get our mind off of these frustrating drivers, I need y'all opinion on something. Because Apple Music just dropped a list. Yes, we're back on list. They dropped a list of Apple Music's 100 best albums. And a lot of controversy has been going on around the top 3, more so. Just because, but I will say the top 10, which is mainly the thing that's been highlighted in all the articles, is actually a solid list. People just have complaints about the order of the list. So let's run down the list here. So number 10 on Apple Music's best albums, Lemonade by Beyonce. Number 9, we have Nevermind by Nirvana. I personally think that should have been up higher. That's just my personal opinion. Then at 8, we have Back to Black by Amy Winehouse. Classic. I'm not mad at that. Then we have at 7, we have Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick Lamar. Then at number 6, we have Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder. Number 5, we have Blonde, Frank Ocean. At number 4, this is the part where things get interesting. At number 4, we have Purple Rain by Prince.
Okay.
At number 3, we have Abbey Road by the Beatles. Number 2, we have Thriller by Michael Jackson. And at number 1, we have The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Let's go.
What do y'all think about this list?
I like Miss Lauryn Hill.
But is that the best? Do you think that's the best album? Out of all the albums that's on Apple Music, do you think that should have been number 1 over Thriller, over Purple Rain, over all these albums?
No, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be the asshole and say
Yeah, because it dang sure to me it's not beating Thriller ever.
No.
My opinion. And I love that album. But Thriller, come on, talk to me.
I mean, let's be real. Lauryn Hill will drop one album, right? That was
that's her only album solo.
Okay, so if we're basing this off of statistics, Lauryn Hill is popular, yes. Statistics only. Of course, her album's going to get a lot of replay.
Also because that's the only thing we have from her far as
exactly. So I don't agree with that. It's a dope album. Don't get it twisted. Hella fine body of work. It's actually timeless music.
Agreed.
To say Lauryn Hill beat out Prince, to say Lauryn Hill beat out Michael Jackson, nah, that's kind of insulting, bro.
All right, so let's go to this point. Which one evokes emotion? Because you got to admit, when she came out, we were in some of our going in transitioning into grown up years, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was a kid when it came out.
Okay. So nostalgia, yes, Thriller was amazing. But let's be honest, I feel like Lauryn Hill's album was way more identifiable than anything that Michael put out that as an adult. You know what I mean?
That's subjective, bruh, because I have identified. I got him, and this isn't biased. I'm just using this to make a point. I got MJ hanging up in my studio.
Okay.
MJ, as a kid, as a teenager, as an adult, I identified with everything he put out. So that opinion is very subjective.
Okay. I don't know. Phoenix, what do you feel about this?
I love Lauryn Hill, and I am going to be biased, okay? No, I'm actually really surprised they put her number one. I wouldn't say number one, but I damn sure would say between 1 and 5.
I'll give her top 5, but there's albums on this list that I feel could eclipse that.
Tell me this. They said Michael Jackson's Thriller, right?
Number 2.
Number 2. Why?
Nobody can explain why. That's either why.
I can definitely explain why.
Look, let's be
go
real.
ahead, Rock.
Let's be real. And I hate to be this man and quick.
Do it.
I'm on your side today. I'm rocking MJ. In my hand, I got a glove on. You just can't see it. Let's look at the lineup for Thriller, okay? Who want to be starting something?
Classic.
Baby Be Mine.
Classic.
The Girl Is Mine.
Classic.
Thriller.
Classic.
Jean,
classic.
Edith,
Classic.
Nature,
Classic.
EYT, and
Classic.
Nature. Every song on there is classic and it charted.
Every song on there was a top 10 hit.
Now listen, but I get that. But remember, that was pop. Now we got to get to the nitty gritty of this.
The urban.
If you were to turn on anything as an adult right now, right? If you turn on PYT, all that stuff, it's a party, right? It's a party. Mm-hmm. We can admit that. Like it's a jam. Like who the fuck don't love Mike, right? Who the fuck does not love Mike? Mm-hmm. But when you put on the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, you still remember the time you heard that mother. As a kid, I get it. Like I went to the concert. I've seen Mike and them perform. I get it. You know, it's nostalgic. I get it. But when you hear Lauryn Hill's Miseducation, she had so many dynamics. It was so built for us at that time. I can play it right now, and every song I know word for fucking word. I still have to go back.
Well, this is the thing. I'm going back to Thriller before Miseducation to Lauryn Hill. There's songs on that album, and I have that album. Bought it twice, physical copies, and it's in my playlist. There's songs on there. I can't even name you the whole track list. I can go through Thriller frontwards, backwards, upside down in different languages, bruh. Like I said, that's subjective. And you had shit like Lady in My Life, Human Nature. If you listen to the lyricism and all that stuff he wrote, and those are songs he wrote, by the way. Now, all that stuff hits just as hard, bruh. And there is a reason why there has not been an album out there that has been able to stand with that project. Period.
I think
So,
Drake
hold
beat him
on.
out, didn't he?
No, he
Drake beat him
didn't.
out.
He beat him out. Drake beat him out in singles, and that charted in the top 10 because he's, if you count all the features and so on and so forth. But as far as album sales, nobody has beat that. Michael Jackson's that one album eclipses Drake's whole catalog as far as numbers.
Well, he was pop, and of course with pop, majority of the fans are going to be who?
No.
Hold on. I got you quick.
Nope.
This is about to be some light skin on light skin violence.
Let's go.
First and foremost, that list varies in genres, so you can't just say it was just one thing. Now, not to disrespect the great Miss Lauryn Hill, she had Lost Ones, X Factor, Zion, Doo-Wop,
And a cover. Can't take my eyes off of you. A cover that she did good.
Exactly. But
It
what I'm
was.
saying is if this was a versus song for song album with those two albums, she would get washed, bro.
Badly. And you got to think this because you're saying he was pop because you're saying that her genre of music resonates with a certain sector of people. Yes, Drake is pop. But anyways, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking.
Drake is pop.
All right, well, we're not talking about that. But let me tell you this. This is what Thriller did. When Michael Jackson dropped Thriller, everybody who listened to Lauryn Hill, Mike has that fan base already. He has everybody who listens to Beatles, Mike had that fan base. Every fan base that's on that list, Mike had all of it. Lauryn Hill cannot go to a Beatles or a Nirvana concert and have them rocking. Mike can go to every concert on this list and have all of them passing out before he even sings a word. And all he has to do is drop "Wanna Be Starting Something" and run through that whole Thriller list. Half the audience is going to be passed out by the time that ends. So that whole cultural thing is null and void because Michael Jackson was the culture, especially when he dropped Thriller.
Well, quick. Technically, everybody be passed out now because everybody old as fuck.
Well, everybody was young as hell passing out, bro. I seen the concert. I seen the concert where they had to crowd surf somebody in a wheelchair across the crowd because he was in a wheelchair, passed out like this, and that was before Mike even sung.
So
imagine passing out, paying all that money for an MJ ticket, and you passed out before he say anything.
So quick, let me ask you a question.
Hold on. I'm tired of y'all. First and foremost, we love Mike, okay? There's nobody like Mike, ain't nobody like Prince. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you how dope Lauryn is. People know her ass don't show up 3 hours late, and they
she got to show up to a show first.
What you got to say about that?
People, that's them making bad investments.
Oh.
Because like this is the thing, as much as I love Lauryn Hill, I gotta, if she comes to DC or anywhere in Maryland right now, do I want to go see her? Yes, but now I gotta weigh my options. Am I gonna go see her with the possibility of her showing up 3 hours late and her cutting close to the time to when the venue gotta close, and when she does show up, we only get a 15-minute show? I gotta weigh those options now. You know what I mean? So, if you want to bring shows into the picture.
No, either way, Mike, I don't think she's number one, but she up there. And
granted, I didn't say she was up. I didn't say she wasn't up there.
Her to only have one album. And for it to be
and still be able to pull off what she does.
Exactly.
It's crazy to me.
That is something.
Well, yes, that's something. But if you're a fan of Lauryn Hill and that's the only album you have, that's the only album people are gonna stream. There's no variety or diversity to the catalog. That's one thing. So therefore that problem, and for real, we're not even talking about that, because granted, her legacy goes beyond that. Her legacy was solidified with the Fugees, with Wyclef and all them. You feel what I'm saying? So granted, at the end of the day, for her to have the best album, there's too many.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
too many artists in that list that clipped that album easy. There was some skippers in there. Let's be honest, it wasn't a non-skipper. There's some tracks on there I could do without.
Like Leticia said, she's definitely a legend. and that album is classic, but
It is.
it doesn't have enough weight to trump Thriller. I think that
So-
Never.
Between Prince and Mike, who's going first? Then who's getting one?
Ooh,
Mike is getting one off of Mike is getting one. I don't care. Oh, she talking to a kid.
I'm gonna be really true with y'all. I ain't never really. I fuck with Prince, but I ain't fuck with Prince. He was for the ladies. Like that wasn't my vibe. You know, like I
get it.
look, the
It took
nigga
me
had
a minute.
he had his ass cheeks out. I was like, up
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, it was like either Prince or Michael Jackson. I chose Mike, but it took me later on. I got into Prince, but I had the wherewithal to know how impactful that project was, and how impactful of a figure he was, especially during that time period, especially when the movie came out and all that stuff took it by storm. So if I'm being realistic, I would keep Lauryn Hill in the top 5. I would keep her in there. You know, matter of fact, hold on. I'll tell you, I'll just go off of the 5 right here, how I would personally order. So top 5, we got Frank Ocean. Now, I'm not sure why that's there, but if I was just to do this whole top 5, so we got Frank Ocean, we got Prince, we got the Beatles, and we got Michael Jackson. Now, if we keep Frank Ocean in there, he can stay at number 5. He can stay there. You know, now Lauryn Hill and the Beatles are fighting for that 3rd spot, in my opinion. They can now, what 3 and 4, whichever.
The fucking Beatles, bruh.
Bruh, I'm just saying.
You can't name one fucking song off a Beatles album.
But at the same
I
time,
got you quick. Let's be real.
Let's be real.
For Bone Thugs and Harmony to be the only group that sold more than the Beatles. They broke their record.
And like I said, I may not be a fan of the Beatles. I may not listen to the Beatles because for real, a lot of the Beatles songs have been covered over the years, and I like the covers better. I may not be a fan of the Beatles. I can't name a Beatles song because I may not can name a Beatles song, but I know who the Beatles were, and I know what that album did, and I know how impactful that album is. This is just music knowledge here. So I'm not going to be ignorant to something because of my personal preference. I'm just telling you what I know. So they are fighting for that 3rd spot, and Prince at 2, Michael at 1. That's my list.
Yeah, I'm not a big Prince fan either, though. I know some of his music, but I'm not a big Prince fan.
I'm not, but I respect him because one, he's a musician.
Exactly.
That nigga he's a dog on that guitar. That brings his performance and his music to a whole different level. You got to give that man respect because when you talk about MJ, his name was always mentioned. It was always that battle. It was like good guy versus the villain. You know what I'm saying?
That's because Prince surrounded everybody. He surrounded the whole industry with people that he wrote for. His production and who he wrote for. I mean, all the groups that he put out there, the songs that we don't recognize him for. That was Prince. You know what I'm saying? So he was beyond comprehension when it came to other people, but his direct albums, some of the commercial hits that he had, you know, Raspberry Beret, Diamonds and Pearls, those were some iconic songs that we grew up on, especially if you went to the skating rink. If you went down to Anacostia, you was there, you know, you're gonna hear these songs, you know, they're infectious. But nobody here honestly can tolerate a whole Prince album. It's too confusing at certain moments.
I will say it's Prince is an acquired taste. You know, you gotta be in the mood for certain.
Okay.
So like, well, stop it. I'm trying to be serious, but like you gotta like sonically, you have to be in the mood for certain songs, certain sounds, and certain production with Prince. You know, like for instance, my favorite Prince song is "Most Beautiful Girl in the World." That was a very, very smooth track of his. That's the type of ish that when Prince is on that type of vibe, I rock with it. When Doves Cry on this album right here on Purple Rain, love that. Love it. I love it. He has a Lady Cab Driver. It's not on this album, but that's another joint I like, you know. But like I said, he's an acquired taste because of how very abstract and like that's a good word, abstract. He's like when it comes to production, he's like Picasso. You know, he's just like Picasso. It can be all over the place, but it works. you know, and there's a strong audience for it. Now, sonically, I'm turning on Thriller first because sonically it's for my ears. You know, that's
not
my
only
preference.
that, we've seen footage of Mike work. Mike is precise.
Very.
He reminds me of somebody that was his influence. The late great James Brown, aka Mr. Happy Feet himself. If you look at both of their styles, like they said, James Brown used to find band members.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen videos of Michael Jackson stop the rehearsal and be like, no, do it like this. You feel me? And make them do it until they get it right, and then they start again. I think when it comes to Mike, he put way more effort into the composition of his music. I can honestly say, no matter how tired of Mike, how tired of hearing Mike, regardless of what you put on, I'm still gonna let it ride.
Facts.
You know,
but that's like I said, that's just my opinion on it. I feel Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is a classic album. It is a timeless classic and timeless music, so on and so forth. But the albums that they put it up against, the order is just a little questionable.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
So I hate to shift gears like this, but this was the only segue that I couldn't use Michael Jackson Beat It because that's very insensitive in this type of subject.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Speaking of questionable, we all unfortunately seen that video of Brother Love himself, Mr. Diddy, abusing Cassie. We're not gonna play it because I just can't stomach it anymore, me personally. But he recently came out and issued an apology. So let's see what Brother Love has to say.
On the darkest times in your life, sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
That nigga went cross-eyed instead of crying. Hey, look, this him. I'm really sorry. Yeah. Come on, nigga, stop playing with me, boy. Dark skin tendencies, boy.
May I please?
Let's go on these dark skin. Yeah.
So I watched this video in several ways. Of course, I took it. I just took everything in the first go around, and then I just started picking it apart. I was watching body language and whatnot. Now, firstly, very scripted, because every time he looked over to the side, it looked like he was reading something, in my opinion. And so that too, and all that stuff. And another is just like his rapid eye movement is another thing that caught my eye. You know. Especially when he I forgot when he not even that, when he looked off into the light and it made it look like his eyes was watering, but that's because he was looking towards the sun. So for one, that, and let's just talk about the verbiage. One thing that didn't make sense, he's saying I'm sorry, but then at the end he says he's not asking for forgiveness. Then why are you saying you're sorry? You're asking for something. And in that whole I'm sorry spill, you did not address the victim in that video one time.
Oh, wait. I have to say
I'm sorry to her.
So I did say the same thing, but after researching, according to the lawsuit, when he settled with her, it was agreed that neither of them would mention each other's names.
All right, fair enough.
That's some hellfire research. All right,
Yeah.
boy.
No. He did it. No, I commend him for that. Thank you for that, Rock, because he did his due diligence there. So I was only going off initial reaction. I didn't get a chance to do any research on the cases myself. So thank you for that. But aside from that, it doesn't seem genuine. Just taking everything at face value. If you take the victim out of it, there's so many holes in it, in my opinion. But that's all I got to say about it.
I got to be honest about it. From what I heard through my research is that bag had the freak off tapes in it, and she was trying to steal it. Right?
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah, right? So it's still inconceivable that he would try to punt her. You know what I'm saying? Like a football.
Twice.
That is the most horrific thing that you can do to a woman, right? It's bad that you would snatch her up like that and not be a gentleman. You know, play it off. You a man of power. You know, you can always have somebody meet her downstairs and be like, you really can't do this. You know what I mean? The one thing that nobody is actually paying attention to is that they was in a hotel room. So we don't know what she did inside of that hotel room. And this is not justifying any violence. But we don't know. We don't know.
Man, look.
We'll never know.
I got to turn my camera back on, bro. I'm going to be real with you. Nothing in this world, and I got to use your own quote on you, women do not have the genetic makeup as we do. Okay?
And he was steroided up in that joint. He was,
bro.
He was popping in the joints, yeah.
There is nothing that she could have did to justify him chasing her and cocking back the way he did and hitting her, kicking her while she's on the ground defenseless, and then grabbing her by her hair and dragging her like a caveman. Nothing justifies that, bro.
The scary part about this is, okay, so let's dissect it, right? As black males, we know that our women will call the fucking police in a heartbeat. If you're on parole, probation, they will violate your ass quick if you get out of pocket.
Or stab the fuck out you.
You dig what I'm saying? What happened to using the cell phone to call the police?
I mean, bro, you got to think. Like, honestly, key thing that you said, we don't know what happened in that room. She ran away. We only seen the abuse.
She wasn't running. She never was running in none of that footage. She was walking casually. He was running.
You don't know what happened, bro. It had to be some type of abuse. I'm just saying. Like, I think he is sucker, and I go on record, and I'm trying to get in the industry, and I'm not.
Oh, he's still a bitch. Oh, let's not get twisted. He's still a bitch. He's still a bitch ass nigga. No. He's a bitch ass nigga. 100%.
I just can't. I don't know, bro. Like, I just can't. It's not acceptable. If you
can't see it, you can't conceive it, right? Like, I get it. It's like any magic trick. It's like anything. If you can't see it, you can't conceive the reason why. Yeah. For me, I can't understand with the money that he has. Why would he have to overreact like that?
No,
one is the fact. My bad. It's the fact that, for one, it's not like she was attacking him or his life was in danger. He chased her down, cocked back, hit her, punted her, and stomped her, then drug her. So he was the attacker.
Right.
So, for one, it's not like he was defending himself. He ran butt naked out the room to hunt her down and do damage. That whatever happened in that room is null and void. After
hey, Phoenix, go ahead. But Leticia's last comment right there, that spoke a little, that was loud.
Pull it up.
Sorry.
I was going to respond to that because a lot of us don't. A lot of us do not call the police. A lot of us will deal with it or walk away. She said, not all of us, speaking from experience, you don't always involve the police. sometimes you try to deal with it yourself, or what it looks like she was just trying to go. You never know
Yes.
that, she was just trying to go.
She
And
was
maybe he realized she took something, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe
or suspected.
Now, here's a kicker. It recently came out that one of Kim's Porter friends has been going on a tweet talking about this is the same thing that he did to Kim.
No, his actual ex bodyguard,
Mm-hmm.
the light skinned bald head dude, he started coming out. I mean, he's clout chasing because he was named supposedly in the from the lawyers in order to extort or not extort, but to get the settlement, right? I got to get his name, but he's been throughout YouTube and through news. I think he was interviewed by Tucker Carlson or somebody like that. I forgot. Not Tucker Carlson. What's the British dude? He was interviewed by him, and he's been saying that he's witnessed this, but he said that I've seen it, but that's woman and man. I've seen, he said he also seen Cassie go off on him too. He also mentioned that. Now, Gene Deal, the main bodyguard, the big boy, you know what I'm saying? He's saying that, it's all puffy. So I really don't give a fuck. Either way, he gonna have to pay for it. Like, it's brutal. It's brutal. Like, you can't come at a woman like a man. You can't do it.
You know what the law is saying?
I'm listening.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
You got away with Biggie, allegedly.
Yeah.
You got away with Pop.
Allegedly,
you hung Wale off a balcony. You feel me? Like, nah, bro.
That ain't allegedly. Old boy said he saw that shit.
According to Ant Glizzy,
He ain't got sued yet. Ant Glizzy ain't got sued yet. He said he saw that. He said he saw that.
so he did. Wow, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, bro, we all knew, and it's sad that we finally found out the truth. But always in the back of our mind, we already knew that Puffy was Diddy was fucked up. We knew this.
I mean, nah, because he was getting his ass rough down here when he was at Howard. I've heard every story.
Man,
he was not that man down here. He was not that man here in DC. He wasn't.
School, bro. But look, when you
he was big time then too.
Look, first you get the money. Then with the money comes the power, and then with the power comes respect. Nah, bro. Once he got that money, he started feeling himself, bro.
This leads into what I posted on Facebook, and I said that he's the reason why men walk away. These consequences that come with anger, acting out, feeling like you need to control or put your hands on a woman is the reason why we should remain silent at all times and get the fuck out of Dodge. Disappear, niggas. Magic trick. Get the fuck out of Dodge. There is no reason to feel like that they are punching bags unless you have to defend yourself. And then it's a race of who calls 911 the first time.
You want to know something? I've always believed that instead of putting your hands on a woman, you disarm her. Mm-hmm. Before I ball my fists up, before I open hand smack, I'm going to grab you, I'm going to bear hug the shit out you. I'm going to disarm you. If you got a weapon, I'm going to get that weapon out your hand. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in putting my hands on you.
That takes a lot of self-control, and even then you can bruise a rib, crack a rib.
Hey, guess what? I'd rather say, Mr. Your Honor, Mr. Officer, yes, she got a broken rib because I bear hugged the shit out of her. I had to disarm her.
I think it should be just get the fuck out of Dodge, bro.
Sometimes you got to, bro.
No, at all times, at all costs, you got to disappear, bro. These laws are not built for us to defend ourselves whatsoever.
It seems like
if she marks herself, they're gonna think it's you.
So basically, it's a lose-lose situation.
Yes.
In DC, they'll lock you up as a woman. They will lock you up as a woman in DC.
It's the only time I really want to move there. It's like, now,
hey, you want to know what? Hey, Phoenix, this is what
I get abused. I'm light skinned.
We're gonna test this out. We're gonna let you beat us up, and we're gonna call the police.
Because I'm sexy tonight. Yeah, I'm feeling real Prince-like. Yeah.
You know what? Somebody change his name to sexy.
All we gonna say, like, officer, you see the size of them hands? Yo, they called her. She used to do stuff back in the day. Just Google Bluefinger and see what pop up.
Nah, you know what you gotta say, officer. Don't let the voice fool you. I got a recording of her in the morning.
Facts.
She said, nigga, put your hands down.
Officer, did you know that her profession was checking male prostates when they were asleep?
Oh shit.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what the blue finger means.
Tell her to
Blue
take
finger. That's a brown finger.
Officer, tell her to take that head wrap off. She headbutt people for a living. You just gonna see nothing but forehead on there.
Hey, women with big foreheads count, man. They better than all of them, man. What's good? What's good, big forehead ladies?
Thank you.
So all right, so let's get off of Diddy. Let's talk about domestic violence.
Yes.
A lot of people don't. It's hard for them to leave. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for them to separate and get the fuck out of Dodge. Like, you know, I don't and I'm just speaking from a man's personal point of view. I don't understand how love could force me to stay in something that's physically hurting me.
I have a response for that. It's basically like a mental condition that develops called Stockholm syndrome, you know, and that's basically in an abusive relationship, the victim actually grows an even tighter connection with the abuser in a sense, you know. So basically, whether they feel like the abuse is out of love or it's basically a very, very bad distortion of what their relationship is, you know. And basically that abuse literally kind of it kind of tethers them in a sense. So I can actually I'm trying to simplify the definition as best I can, but I can actually pull up the real one. But basically that's what it is. It's basically a type of Stockholm syndrome that keeps them from leaving. Even when people try to intervene, they will defend the abuser, so on and so forth. That's because they're actually in the midst of that. So
it also, some people don't think no one will believe them.
mm-hmm.
A lot of times, especially men, no one believes that they can be abused. There are women who people wouldn't believe that their person would do that because of the front put on the outside. And I can, from experience, there was all the front. Nobody knew that I was in that house fighting all the time because of the front that was put on. There's a lot of men who be fighting with their women and nobody knows because you a big man, you supposed to be able to do this and that. Women are crazy, just like men are crazy. You know?
Yeah. So
let me tell you this. Hold on, bro.
You good?
Just to that point, you know. And Camille, she said, no, some women, you need to put men too, and right there, you need to put a slash on there in some men because I was in a 6-year relationship where I was being mentally and physically abused. So, and just because of my size, I anytime something went down, it was my fault. I was the mental patient. It was something going on with me, and I refuse to. I am a protector of my mother. My mother's 4'11". I used to protect her all the time. I was very, you know, in love and you know, with my mother. So to say it's, you know, it's just women. It's getting to the point now in 2024 where we got to open up the floor to men who are willing to admit it's not manly to admit that you have been abused by a woman and you couldn't handle it. Because most people and most women, when you are attracted to a man, you want to know how physically fit he is and how strong he is and he can protect you. But shit, the consequences that come with a man defending himself from a woman. And women are strong too. Let's not get it twisted. Y'all smarter. Y'all stronger. Y'all can manipulate. Y'all can open phones. Y'all can do all this shit to make it seem like a man is fucking retarded and crazy and dumb. So y'all have the leg up on a lot of things. And to be honest with you, that was hell for me. That was a living hell. Nobody fucking believed me. Nobody fucking believed me. So Nah, fuck that. Nah.
And I got something for that too, man. But first, just to
sorry.
give y'all no, you good. No apologies. For those who may want the psychological definition, Stockholm syndrome is the psychological response wherein a captive begins to identify closely with his or her captives, and as well as their agenda and their demands and so on and so forth. So, in some way, they'll try to make logic of the abuse and try to form it as the abuser's way of showing them love. But that's that. Now, to go off of what you just said, Mo, because you're 100. What she say here?
No, and that's 1000% true. What she's saying.
What did she say? Read it.
She said,
narcissism abuses women or men have an ability to charm the world around them and torment the one they go home with too. That's how it goes, which is why nobody believes the abuser. When they're in the world, they're the best man, the best woman. They care for the person they're with. They shower them with love when they're out in the world. Once you go behind them doors, it's hell. That's how it works. That's why people don't believe when you come out and actually say, hey, I went through X, Y, and Z. And Mo, I'm so proud of you for sharing that because a lot of men will not. So,
reason being, and this is the reason why, because Mo's 100% right. Now, let me go to one of my psychology courses I took in college. We were talking about Stockholm syndrome and talking about different abusive cases. And there was a slideshow in regards to certain cases, both a male and a female. First, they did the female first, of course. Everybody was mad when they saw the picture of what the abuser did to her and whatnot. The men were mad because obviously we hate the man for doing that, and all the women could see themselves in the women and so on and so forth. Now, this is where the class got interesting, and this started, and this is where I spoke up and a bunch of other men as well. So they went on to the male case. So this man was attacked by his wife, and she attacked him with a machete and literally sliced and diced his back up. So one of the slides that our professor showed was of his back after the attack. And when I say there was lines going across his back, like opened up and all that kind of stuff. And guess what all the women said? They were giggling, saying, well, what did he do? Like, what did he do to make her that mad? And then I was like, I literally said out loud, I'm like, are y'all really serious right now? And then like I would, like, for real, I really had to tell folks about themselves in that class though. And my professor let the discussion go on because because the same way with the female case, it was open discussion. So I said my piece, and I was like, literally, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves for doing that. Because literally, this man got attacked with an entire sword. Mm-hmm. And all y'all can say is, he must have did something to deserve that.
Abuse has no rhyme or reason. It has no sense. Abuse has no sense. And it's a cycle. There's a cycle, an abuse cycle that people don't realize they're on. And it takes sometimes years for you to realize that you're in that abuse cycle. And the fact that these women who just were upset about the woman being abused can make those comments about the man's back to him. And that's a very extreme case. Sometimes the abuse is subtle. Sometimes you can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to share just a couple things that I found. I want to share the red flags and warning signs of an abuser. It's included but not limited to extreme jealousy, possessiveness, unpredictability, bad temper, cruelty to animals, verbal abuse, extremely controlling behavior, adequate beliefs about men and women roles in relationships. Now, signs of emotional abuse include lack of self-esteem and confidence, difficulties controlling emotions, extreme behavior like becoming overly demanding, aggressive, and having outbursts, or becoming passive, difficulties making and maintaining relationships, and behaviors that inappropriate infantile that is inappropriate infantile or adult like. Now, another ones is warning signs that may indicate you may be a victim. When the victim seems afraid of their partner or always very anxious to please a person, the victim has suddenly stopped seeing friends or family, and the victim cuts phone conversations short when partners are around.
And that's the gist of it, but it's way more. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, the thing is, a lot of times you don't see signs on the outside until it gets to that point, like what's on the video. But if it's to that point, like it's on the video, that means it's been going on.
Yeah.
Abusers don't have a public outburst until they just top off and feel like they've lost control. That is very rare for an abuser to show you themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's like that had been going on. I don't care what nobody says. That's been going on. Even though
you know what I don't understand? I don't understand, and I'm not saying this in a negative way. I'm just saying, from my point of view, I don't understand how victims can stay in situations and say, "Oh, but they love me,"
because you feel like they do. You really feel like the cycle. The abuse happens, then the apology, then the fake change behavior, then the anxiety comes up, or the you have to walk on eggshells because they start getting irritated or whatever. Then the arguing, the mental, emotional, physical, whatever, and then the physical abuse if it's physical, emotional if it's emotional, whatever, and then the apology. It's a cycle. You get caught up in that cycle because you really feel like they are sorry. You really feel like they love you, and because that's what you're lost. And it does not start there. It never starts with the abuse. It always starts with love. Oh, I love you. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this. And they pour all this on it. Then they start slowly pulling it back and slowly making you think you're nuts and slowly doing different things. And they test the waters. It's never direct, which is why you stay, because you honestly think they're having a hard time, or maybe I did something wrong, or maybe I shouldn't have brought that conversation up, or maybe I didn't fix what they like, or maybe I should have had sex, or maybe I should have just been quiet, or maybe it's always exactly. It's a mental game. It starts that way. Once you get the mind, you have the body. That's what Zena said. Because the victims empathize with the abusers, they will beat you one minute and cry the next minute because they're trauma and apologizing. Because of their trauma and apologize. Yeah, it's a cycle. It is continuous. And it's continuous. And that's why when people try to leave, you get pulled back in because you feel like you're wrong for leaving.
Nah, man. Look, I'm going to say it like this. That's not love, people. Ladies and... Oh, go ahead. I can't hear you, Mo.
My bad. For men, it's entrapment. Because there's always that I'll call the police, jump in front of something while you're moving out, while you're trying to leave. I've seen this shit firsthand. Mm-hmm. There are things that happen behind the scenes that just nobody can conceive that women are willing to do in order to keep you around because you have dealt with the abuse prior to and you were empathetic to it. Ladies, it takes a whole nother fucking level. And women do kill men in their sleeps. Mm-hmm. I mean, in their sleep. It believe me, it's more than what you think. Ours is way more complex than y'all's. I will promise you that. I promise you that. A woman can turn the whole fucking family against you. A man, it's virtually damn near impossible.
It not.
Can happen,
but women will, because manipulate, and they know how to make themselves, like you said, be the victim. And it's more mental for y'all. They play games horribly because, like you said, they know that they can call the police, or they know you're bigger, so they're gonna believe them. And I've seen and I've heard women talk about how they will hit themselves or whatever just to lie to get him in trouble. So yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
That's a fucked up game. That's That's a fucked up game to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like love, if we all know what love is, right? You know, like, I'm going to be honest. You know, like me personally, I don't even like to hurt my wife's feelings. You know what I'm saying? I watch what I say to her, how I say to her, because I don't like to see tears come from her eyes. You know what I'm saying? My job as her husband is to prevent the tears unless they're happy tears. Now, when you get down to it, with that being said, why would I put my hands on her and physically hurt her? You know what I'm saying?
Well, Rock, that's you. You're not the type of person, or you're not the man who would do that. But there are plenty of men and women that will. And you understand it because you haven't dealt with it. But it's two of us telling you what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this. I joke all the time. This so this is a funny joke. Let me turn my camera on so y'all can see my face when I say this. And she's gonna be so excited that I'm saying this on camera. There's a funny joke that me and my wife got, or me. Well, me and my wife get into a serious debate, I look at people and be like, help me. She beats me. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all know us, there's a size difference between my wife and I. You look at us and be like, boy, shut up. She's not beating you. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. It's those little fun-sized women that got the most feistiest attitudes out here. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, it's and when the situation is vice versa and men are the victim, it's the women that's taking advantage of the man's kindness, knowing that he won't put his hands on you, knowing that he's going to do everything that he can to avoid hurting you. They use that shit to their advantage. You feel me? If a woman know that they man will knock their block off, you know what I'm saying? Then they ain't gonna try. You know what I'm saying? But it's not fair that men don't get that same energy when it comes to domestic violence. And I think once again it's because we're men. We're supposed to be the dominant ones. You know what I'm saying?
Dominance has
but no, we're the dominant physically. We take the groceries in 5 bags at a time in each hand.
Nigga.
We lift things. We fix things. The only thing that we're not capable of truly is the mental capacity to empathize with bullshit. So as us being problem solvers, we try to get straight to the fucking point. What is on your mind? What is on your fucking heart? Who do I gotta fuck up? Who do I gotta do this to? You dig what I'm saying, babe? What do you need? Right? We aren't capable of absorbing the we can't dish out what we take from a woman mentally, verbally and mentally. Women have so much going on in their minds while they are sleeping that we don't even think twice when we sleep. We're knocked the fuck out. We don't give a fuck because we got to get up and be a man again. We got to be physically strong. We have to do all this shit. And you niggas sit up there and go to brunch every fucking weekend and talk about men the whole fucking time. That's your problem. I ain't even gonna hold you. You look at bullshit on TV and y'all learn how to emotionally manipulate and mentally manipulate a person from the fucking TV shows from fucking the time that you are a fucking what is it? In middle school, from damn near preschool.
You don't need
women
to learn that.
Women know how to do it, period. Men, they had a study where they had 2 babies. They had a female baby and they had a male baby, right? They put blocks or obstacles in front of their mothers, right? The men knocked the blocks over and got right to their motherfucking mother. The women or the babies, the female babies, cried and got the attention. We're problem solved. We go beeline. We're going straight. We're going straight to the point. We're trying to solve the shit. It's not enough for y'all to overthink every fucking thing, young. Like, it's not that fucking important. And men don't live that long to give a fuck. Hey, shout outs to all the men out here that are still living after 60 and you survived any storm that you've been through. Because I'm telling you now, we don't live long enough to really be fighting with these women, young. Like, we don't really live long enough to give a fuck about all this emotional uproar and all this weird ass confusion. It stresses us out. It puts us in an early grave. That's why these youngins out here ain't having no babies. The youngins ain't having no babies. Black male are playing video games and not thinking about a relationship at 22, 23, 30, 35.
You know what? That's fucking true.
Yeah. Real
That
shit.
is fucking true.
They not talking about relationships at their age. 35 and they still living their best life. Like they just, man, I'd rather be in the house playing games. Fuck these women. Like fuck these girls. Because it's too much. It's too much. And they're starting to learn. They seen their fathers. They seen how their mothers act. They did all this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. It's too much to handle. So why not have peace instead of trying to fight for something that ain't given to you?
Now I'm gonna tell you what grinds my gears. What really, really grinds my gears. And let me say this again before I say this. There is no reason at all to put your hands on a woman. But I hate when a woman will push a man to the point where he loses self-control and then play victim. Everybody has that line. Like me personally, don't fucking touch my face. You feel me? My wife can touch my face, but I don't like for my face to be touched. What do women do when they want to hit us? They open hand smack us, they mush us, and as a man, that is ultimately disrespectful. Mush me or open hand smack me in my face. I see red.
I don't think women understand the gravity of situations like that. Regardless of how angry and emotional that you are in that moment, y'all really need to get the fuck out of Dodge. You got with this man because of the protection aspect of him, the size of him, the bear in him.
Him protect him from you.
Exactly. That's just like all the Karens out here that have those wild exotic animals around them and shit, and they get fucking ate by a fucking monkey. You have a fucking loaded gun next to you sleeping in the bed. Yes, we fart. Yes, we cry. Yes, we're vulnerable. But when adrenaline hits, you start seeing the animalistic side of us that we cannot control. A blackout is inevitable. Stop egging us the fuck on. You even got to watch your words with us. A lot of women don't understand that when they meet a man, we do have triggers. We were abused by parents sometimes. We were bullied in school. There are certain things that happen. So just like y'all bullshit and mush mouth and, oh, girlfriend, what's wrong? You need to be that sensitive to your fucking man. Take us to fucking brunch and talk about some shit. Do that shit. Be just as sensitive as you fucking are to your fucking female friends. And look at them like, yeah, you bleed every month like me, baby. Like, I get it. Okay, you gonna go through your shit. And look at that man and be like, this motherfucker's a powder keg. He's a piece of TNT. When he explodes, he can move that whole fucking house around.
So let me
including you. You part of the furniture after that. Stop bullshitting with us. Look at these men as threats. Even if they little, they got guns. They got little man confidence. They will do whatever the fuck it takes. A man is a man. Stop fucking playing. Be as sensitive as you are to your women or your bitches, as y'all like to call each other, and start talking about, well, how is your man doing? Have y'all discussed this? Why you at fucking brunch partying and shit? Because y'all love this shit. Y'all love going to fuck out. I've challenged every female friend that I know to go out and not talk about one fucking man. Not talk about a fucking relationship. Every time me and Rock, if we go out, if I'm around my homies, we thinking about, bro, what's the next move, bro?
Yeah, how we gonna do this? About sports.
Thank you.
We talk about
shit going on in our lives. Fuck, y'all don't have nothing fucking going on. Y'all don't have nothing fucking else going on but hair, nails, eyelashes, motherfucking BBLs, and fucking niggas all day fucking long. That's it.
Hold on. Zena said they got to come to brunch with us. Though a lot of these men just wanna. I'm gonna be honest with you. When as a black man, and it's just me dealing with what I deal with every 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? Trying to deal with people at work. You feel me? Dealing with my peers, dealing with the opposite race. When I come home, that's my place. That's my safe place. I don't want to go nowhere.
Bruh.
The more I stay in the house, the less likely I am to catch a charge.
Bruh, women don't fucking understand it. You know why? Because when they at work, they getting flirted with. They always getting fucking compliments. Nigga, we don't get fucking compliments at work unless somebody want to fuck us.
We get compliments from our work wives. That's it.
But they constantly fucking getting it. Hey, beautiful. Hey, why you're not smiling? Hey, you look better than that. Hey, would you like something to eat? Nigga, ain't nobody offer us shit. So shut the fuck up about that, young. No, we don't
barely hold the door for us.
Nah, bro, I'm over this shit because women get everything handed to them. They still don't. Zena didn't even recognize that shit all fucking day long. They are men. Every man wants to put a dick in you. Not every woman wants to fuck us. So therefore, you're oblivious, like every fucking woman in the fucking world that smile and say, hey, how you doing? Even if you speak back and you're just innocent and you think that that's just being friendly, you are still a meal to a man. So you never feel the brunt of that. The only time y'all feel that is when a bitch is jealous of you at work. Or your homegirl don't like what the fuck you got going on. We feel that shit from every direction, every fucking dynamic, from woman to man, from child to wife to everything. There's nowhere for us to have fucking peace. So fuck your brunch. We don't need to go to brunch with none of your fucking friends. We need to go to brunch with a woman that we're with. And I want you to talk to me about anything, my psychology, what's going on in my world. Whoop de woo. And that's not necessarily saying that all women don't do it, but that is a real thing. Y'all are so oblivious to shit. It's just like, and Rock gonna agree with it. Every time we take y'all out, every time a man goes on a fucking date, guess what we do? We try to sit with our faces straight to the door.
Yep.
We are always lurking, and then y'all want to wear provocative outfits, so we got to worry about that. Because, of course, you don't want to be disrespected with your bear in front of you. Look, you want us for the protection.
Mm-hmm.
You want us to stand up for you. But you got your pussy hanging out the bottom of your shit. You got your nipples showing. You got your shoulders. Because you think that that's cool. This shit is getting fucking stupid. It's so simple. It's so fucking simple. Men stay the fuck in the house because we go through too fucking much in a day.
And I mean, another thing, men understand that it's cheaper to stay in the house.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. It costs us 20 times more at the club. Even if you was a club hopper, you know how much shit that is $70 on average for a man to get in the club. A woman can go in there for free and get drinks from niggas that want to fuck. Come on, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop fucking playing.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
You said, hold up. She said, You want us to go to brunch with who? Go back to her. There's no worse. Hold on. You said they got to come to brunch with us. Who is us? You didn't say with the woman that he's with. You said us. That's a broad thing. So maybe I misinterpreted that. So I can retract that. If that's what you meant. If it just means with me and my man, then yeah, I get that. But a crowd, fuck that. Fuck that. And we getting shot by a fucking 13 and 14 fucking year old.
And Mo,
getting
Zena
sprayed down and
said,
shit.
she said, and Mo, did you say they got their shoulders out? Ladies, cover them shoulders. My friend, you just told the world that you have a fetish for shoulders.
We like neck bones. I'm a Southern boy. Hey, listen, that was a tangent, but in God honesty, young, like, it's so simple, ladies. It's so simple, but nobody hears it. Like, fuck all the dudes that's trying to gain, more followers and stuff. We learned that from Jackson and all them weirdos and shit. But it's so simple. If you don't, I'm about to go ahead. I digress, man. I'm
thoughts.
Talk your shit.
Just be respectful of the animal that you have in your bedroom. Everything that attracted you to him, if it was either for protection, money, power, respect, all of that, it will be used. It will be used in anger situations. It will be abused if the abuse is coming towards them. Men run face first into things. Women dodge the bullet. Y'all rely on each other for strength. Men will look at each other when we go out and we'll say, bro, you stupid as shit. Women don't necessarily do that to each other. There's not enough fucking like truthfulness and honesty amongst y'all. And stop fucking talking about men when y'all go out. Don't look for them. Don't talk to them. That's it. Because y'all ain't got shit else to do. Find something to fucking do. Find something to fucking do. You know? Fucking play video games. Shit. Do anything.
I play video games.
Out, all they do is go the fuck out.
You want to know why? Because they don't have anything to do at home. Ladies, play video games.
Jerk off. Shit.
Whoa, wait a minute. If she's jerking off, then that's a whole different conversation.
They got a little baby dick too. They got a little baby dick. They can jerk off.
That's a transformer, my friend.
Mm-mm.
That is a
baby
Optimus.
dick. I'm talking about the clitoris.
That is an Optimus.
But for real, being that, you know, cliche, if we're going statistically, gaming is primarily a guy thing. There are female gamers, don't get me wrong. If the woman does pick up gaming as a hobby, you know how close of a bond you will build with your man's. Y'all can practice shooting each other in GTA. You know what I mean?
I will say this. I have to let you know, there's a lot more women gamers than it's growing. Like it's.
Well, I know it's growing, but you know, statistically, when you talk about like gaming, you know, the whole stereotype is they always equate that to men. You know, even women. You know, they always equate that to like men always playing their games and so on and so forth. And some of the biggest gamers in the world, it's kind of male dominated. Now you're right, it is growing. It's growing. There are popular female gamers now, but I'm just going off of what the stereotype is.
Well, quick, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I've been playing Call of Duty a lot, and I've heard a lot of women on there calling niggas some shit. Like, no, it's really growing, bro. I will say, like,
I know.
For every 20 players, there's every bit of 20. It's every bit of 12 ladies in there running now. 10 to 12.
Well, good. Now y'all know what the fuss is about. Now leave guys alone.
I've always played. Every system that was out, I've always had that system with my uncles and them. So I've always played.
Of course, that's how your blue finger gets strong.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I just always played the game, but I have not played in a long time. I don't know, I'd be too busy to do nothing.
Now, can I ask y'all a question?
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible for someone to really make a mistake in the realm of domestic violence? Let's just say somebody had a lot going on with them, overly stressed, got into a mean argument, and they got a little choppy. You know what I'm saying? They got a little physical, and you know, like, let's just say for sake of argument, the man hauls off and smacks her. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it possible that those situations, like there's a situation where it's just actually literally an accident? It was in the heat of the moment. Yeah.
That's possible.
But not all. It can be a reflex.
Because there's some people, like, if somebody gets, especially if the woman hits hard, well, there's some people just have a reflex that when you get like slapped, like the spit fly out your mouth, your reflex is just to come back with a slap as well. Sometimes, depending on who you are. Yeah. So that can happen. Accidents can happen.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna say all the time, but I really think that a lot of shit happens because a woman will push a man to his limits. You feel me? Like, you got to go back to the mushing, not necessarily slapping, but mushing.
Yeah,
ladies, mushing a man is very, very, very disrespectful. It's like you're sunning them. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I hate that shit. Don't mush me once again. Don't touch my face. Don't smack my face. Like, that shit's not cool.
Well, yeah, that's basically you're trying to provoke them. Like, yeah, I just did that, and you're not gonna do nothing. And I'm gonna keep doing it.
And what they say after or why they do it, you bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's not Okay.
Nah, look, wait, hold on, Phoenix, hold on.
Well,
As a man,
I
as a
know.
man.
Go
Wait,
ahead.
no, wait. I'm sorry. No. Because I'll go ahead.
No, I was going to say finish. Go ahead.
I was going to say the disrespect of being mush and to be taunted, to be called a bitch ass nigga.
Called out your name.
Like, yeah, and as a man to be called a bitch, you know what I'm saying, is triggering because you're challenging our manhood, our masculinity. Every man on this panel will say, I have 0% bitch in me, and I will prove it whenever I have to. Right? So when you challenge a man and you know that one, you're a woman, and in your mind, you're like, he's not gonna hit me back. And you're gonna push him to the limit and then insult him, call him a bitch ass nigga, you asking for it.
And that I blame their parents on, because I'm gonna tell you this: parents, you are steering your children wrong, giving them the impression that a girl cannot be touched, but a man can. You should be teaching them both equally. Just keep your hands to yourself, because you are not teaching that young lady that is gonna grow up to be a woman one day that you're putting a false narrative in her mind that she can put her hands on a man any way she wants to and nothing is going to happen. And that's when it gets dangerous.
Okay. To Quick's point, that is absolutely true. And that's what I teach my children. Don't hit either way. And you know, girls are famous for hitting, so I definitely talk to my girls about that. But to Rock, most women who provoke are the abusers. But the women who don't provoke are the ones being abused. So that's why it's not always a woman putting their hand in their face or a woman going off or calling somebody a bitch ass nigga. It's not always a woman just pushing. It's like it's not a man just going over there and talking shit or doing something for this woman to do something to him. That's not always the case. And it's not the majority of women mushing a dude. That happens a lot. It does, but that's not the majority.
Let's be real. In a majority of the domestic cases or domestic violence cases, who goes to prison?
Men.
Then what the fuck are we talking about?
Y'all don't.
Can't every man that's been in there want to just knock a woman's fucking head off?
And for real, whole time, a lot of men get laughed at when they bring up that they're being abused by their women.
I don't lock them up if they're doing.
It's lopsided. It is majority. It's just so lopsided out here.
It is lopsided.
It's very weird to me. This is the upside down. And the crazy part about it is, right? The crazy part about it is that domestic violence is going up when the majority of the women have custody of their children.
Mm-hmm. And as far as domestic violence, I got some homework for the viewers that are on the air tonight. So I want y'all to do this. I'm gonna explain what happens, but I want y'all to look it up so y'all can see it with your own eyes afterwards. There's a social experiment on YouTube involving abusive relationships. I think I mentioned this before a long time ago, but I'm gonna mention it here because it's appropriate. So basically, they put two actors, a male and a female, in a very congested area. It may be inside of a mall, a strip mall, whatever. So the first case, the man is being abusive to the woman. Demeaning her, calling her out her name, so on and so forth. The woman is trying to walk away, but he's right there, calling her all types of this and that and this and that and this and that. And everybody is like, just looking at him, like low-key sizing him up. And then when the woman walks away, all he did was grab her, like yank her by her arm, hard as heck. And when I say everybody in the strip mall jumped that dude, the camera crew had to run and say it was an experiment, but everybody jumped on him. Part 2 of the experiment. The woman's the abuser. Different strip mall. The woman is calling this man all types of this and that. And as he's walking away, she's hitting him, smacking him, doing all this, calling him out his name, demeaning him, so on and so forth. What is everybody doing? They got their phones out. They doing like laughing and all that type of stuff. While he's walking and she is hammering on him. Nobody comes to the man's rescue when he's being abused in this situation. Now, I want y'all to just take that and let it sit with you for a minute. That's all I got to say.
Yesterday, I was walking from the store. It was two teenagers. Both of them was on their phone. The girl was walking. The dude was on his phone. She said, fine, won't you walk or talk to that girl you talking to? She smacked his phone out of his hand. She walked off. He runs over there, was like, why you do that? And I don't know if she pushed him or not, but he ended up grabbing her and picking her up, acting like he was about to slam her, but he didn't slam her. He just picked her up, acted like he was about to slam her, stopped, and put her on the ground. And people started fussing. I was like, no, she started it. She shouldn't have messed with him like that. But everybody was going off on him. They didn't see what she did. They didn't hear what she said. But because he picked her up and acted like he's about to slam her, they went off on him. And I'm like, no, she started it. She shouldn't have did what she did. But if you don't speak up, of course, they would have just went off on him if I didn't say nothing. Yeah.
So I don't want to end the show on a dark note with domestic violence. I'm gonna switch subjects real quick. I just want to say in closing, people, men and women, value yourself. Know that somebody physically hurting you, mentally abusing you, it's not okay. That's not love. Seek help, be safe, find a way out. Because even though you think there is no way out, there is a way out. There's people around you that love you and utilize your resources. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself and get the fuck up out of there. Save yourself, save your life. So segueing out, I say get the fuck out of there, right? That was a great one. So I need to know a question. And I'm going to play this video and you let me know who was wrong, or was the husband wrong? Let's go.
The husband explained they had about 15 minutes until boarding started, and his wife insisted on going to Starbucks, which was on a different terminal. He told her she didn't have time, but she didn't listen. He waited as long as possible, but when the gate agent was about to close the door, he decided to get on the plane, and the wife did not make the connection.
Yeah, throw the whole wife away. First of all, he was going to visit his daughter. So when the wife decided to go to another terminal with 15 minutes to board the plane, she made him make a choice between her and his daughter. There was just a trip planned before. She overslept, so they already missed the flight. So this is the second time that they're going to try to see his daughter. So when she decided that she was going to delay or just take her sweet time, like the plane was supposed to wait for her, then he did the right thing and he got his butt on that plane to go see his daughter.
Hey, hey. Come on, Fred. Hey, I'd have been on that plane too. Fuck that. You want Starbucks? Oh, no.
Man, look, I'm going to be real. And everybody on this panel knows that TaylorMade Rock loves his fucking Starbucks. Now, I feel two ways about it. One, that being my wife, I'm not going to leave her at the airport. I'm just going to miss that plane. Nah, I'm going to be real.
No.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Go ahead.
No, bro. That's a different situation because y'all are together. Your kids are together. We're talking about me. I'm single. You dig what I'm saying? I'm out here at the airport. I might be interested in a young lady. We have been dating for a while, and she chooses Starbucks over the fucking flight.
Oh, yeah, I'm out of here. Hey, what Martin said, I see you. I'll be in the sky. Thank you, Quick.
Definitely. That she did that on purpose because this is a history. This is something that she does. No, that'd have been gone. Came back, changed my locks. Bye. Hell no.
Starbucks. What are you trying to wean yourself off of cocaine? Because that's mainly why you see so many white women in Starbucks. They love cocaine.
No,
Allegedly.
it's that caffeine because
That's
that
what I know.
caffeine is an addiction, bro.
Nah,
Much
bruh.
much like that stuff. There, yeah.
You ain't been
Because like
around
for
long enough
real,
to
because
date women that
bro,
like
like
cocaine, bro.
straight up. Some
I dated
people
women that
try
love
to get off.
cocaine.
Some people try to get off caffeine, and there is a withdrawal kick that causes
Quick.
migraines, bro.
Quick.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on.
You ain't dated enough, and you ain't been around long
Hold on.
enough, bro.
Well,
I've dated
no,
women.
I haven't dated a woman
I've
on
dated
coke. No.
women. I've dated
I
women. And-
haven't dated a woman on coke.
okay, so
no.
this
You
is
know
what I
what?
want you to do when you go to work. When you go to work, and all the women are surrounded by the coffee machine. Those are usually your fentanyl addicts and your cocaine addicts.
Well, there's a Starbucks at my job.
What?
Okay, well, and they're probably
Yes.
always getting lattes all day fucking long. They spend
Hold
majority of the time
on.
doing
Wait
that.
a minute. Hold on. Silencio, please. Did you really just say this?
Yes. Thank you. Dunkin' Donuts is better, Leticia. PVF. Anyways, but yes, there's a Starbucks there.
Quick, no, don't move on to that because that's your artist. She family too. I love you. I want to see you soon again. But don't disrespect Starbucks like that. Dunkin' Donuts coffee tastes like dirty
No, it doesn't.
coffee beans. Yes, it does.
No, well, Starbucks tastes like black eyed peas.
Sir.
Bump
Sir.
all of that.
Sir.
Drink some damn tea, okay? So every terminal has a coffee place in it. She specifically went to go find Starbucks. She's full of crap. He should have left her like he did because she did that mess on purpose.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I keep telling y'all, I'm telling you. I had a girlfriend at the time that was hooked on cocaine, and she lived at fucking every coffee shop you could fucking think of. Had to have it. What I've learned is at the coffee pot at your job, watch who keeps going back and back and back. They have have another addiction. They don't have a sleep problem. They don't have none of that fucking shit, nigga. Shut the fuck.
So let me say this real quick. Since you
Watch
talking shit, sir, let me tell you about me and my brother Mo Starbucks experience, right? So me and my brother spend the day together. You know what I'm saying? The adventures of Rockhead and Mo Man, right? We end up in Forestville at Starbucks, and he says, "Bro, I can't have caffeine. I'm gonna go fucking crazy, right?" What's up, Lo? Glad you got a chance to tune in tonight, bro. So we get there, right? You know me, I order my normal, give me a venti caramel macchiato, extra shot. You know what I'm saying? That thing got a spice. I said, "Bro, you want something?" This nigga said, "Excuse me, sir. Do you have decaf coffee?"
Hell yeah.
So I'm like, bruh, who drinks decaf coffee, bruh?
Bro, I wanted
That's
you to
just
feel
like
comfortable,
saying,
bro.
"Sir, do you have cocaine that just won't get me high? I just want flour. Just give me some really good flour." What the fuck, man?
Hey, bro. Nah, but you didn't tell them about the other fucking Starbucks experience we had in VA.
Oh,
where they was all buzzed like shit. They was just looking at us like, hey.
yo.
And that's why people drink decaf, because they don't want to get like that.
So I will say this. Quick, you are right. So me, I'm a coffee drinker. Every morning, I have to have a cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying? So this week, I took a couple of days off because I've been lacking in rest. I've been staying up really late, like 2, 3 in the morning, getting up, trying to get up at 6 to get to work on time. So the days that I did take off by drinking coffee, I had a headache and I didn't know why. As soon as I had that cup of coffee, headache goes away. So my body was actually going through the caffeine withdrawals, which is fucking crazy. But back to what Mo's saying, that we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. So we walk into the great Starbucks on what's that, North Van Dorn Street, Alexandria. Shout out to the squad over there. I think I might come see y'all tomorrow. So we go in there, right? And it's these 2 white girls in there, and one of them is a ginger. And we noticed that their eyes are open wide. I'm talking about like that, both of them. So we get to talking to them, right? So my dumb ass says, So, have you guys tried everything in here? The girl moves close and said, yes, absolutely. We tried everything. I said, holy shit. Like, yo, she was fucking, look, she was amped. Telling me
She
how much
was
coffee,
wired, huh?
man, look, she was telling me how much coffee she drunk as she's making her another drink.
You ain't think to say, I think you've had enough, man.
No, I just know that
She looked like Wendy's.
yeah, she did. And it looked like she was gearing up for an orgy.
It was wild.
Yeah, they was
It was
wild.
wild. She
They
was
was locking eyes a little bit too much. I don't
Who?
know if it was because they couldn't
Who?
blink.
Who?
The women.
They were. It was a very big one and a very small one.
Yeah.
And she looked like she was drooling. The small one looked like she was salivating. Yeah. Real shit. It was some zombie shit. Yeah. No, she started tweaking.
Yeah, she was
She
tweaking.
started tweaking. It was weird. It was very fucking weird. And they
She
were
was
talking
just-
so goddamn fast. How many times did I have to ask what the fuck or whatever? And they explained like, bro, they went down a whole menu of decaf that they could fucking find.
Look,
It was crazy.
they were talking so fast that all me and Mo can do was smile like, yeah. It's just not our head.
It was
Anytime
weird,
Mo can't get a chance to say anything, yeah. Yeah. No,
Hey,
bro,
listen.
you always find your lane to say something, bro. And that's not a shot. That's a good thing. You always find your
Fuck
lane
you.
to interject.
Fuck
see?
you.
Just see
Fuck
what you're doing?
you.
See what you're doing?
Fuck Quick. Phoenix, you all right. You all right with me. You all right with me because I know you about to say some
What
shit.
did I do,
I know
firstly?
you gonna hold back. Fuck you, Quick. Hey, look, listen.
First of all, that direction you pointed, I'm not even over there. But anyway.
Hey, but nah, for real. Like I'm telling y'all, listen, this is just inside scoop. If you ever at your workplace, watch the coffee pot. Whoever goes there more than 3 times a day, watch them.
I ain't gonna front. I used to be that person.
What?
Yeah, like back when I was a financial advisor and all that stuff, and I had to keep the same energy throughout the entire day because I dealt with my clients interpersonally. You know what I mean? So I kind of, and plus, I'm just coming up because what I used to do, like all throughout school, I used to drink energy drinks to stay awake, like mainly the 5-hour energy shots to stay up and do 10-page papers for 4 or 5 classes at a time and all that kind of stuff. And I was an intern and I worked and I do everything else I do. But once I got out of school, I realized that's not really healthy for you.
To think,
So,
cocaine would have been way healthier, bro.
You say what?
Cocaine would have been way healthier for you.
Well, I was not going to do that because a wise man once said that is a hell of a drug. But I will never do that. So
never seen
anyways,
a motherfucker off Starbucks say, "I'll suck your dick for some Starbucks."
Wow.
and it is for that reason I chose coffee.
Close though.
And it is for that reason I chose coffee. And granted, like I said, and plus there was a coffee maker right there in the office we had access to. It was free. So whenever I felt I needed a buzz up, I went and got something. And that wasn't the only thing I would make because they had hot chocolate there. They had like the little tea Keurig cups there. So
it was mainly the sugar. It really wasn't necessarily caffeine. A lot of the times the withdrawals come from the sugar that's in the. A lot of people dress it up so much and they make it palatable. Because when I was working out, when I was younger, I used to take a shot of coffee black with ice in it, and I would drink the water from it and slowly sip it, and it would help my workouts. But I can't drink. I don't really like sugar like that. I don't like nothing sweet for real.
Well, I never really put sugar in my coffee. Like the creamer is sweet enough for me. I don't really like. The thing is, like nowadays, I can't take too many things sweet. I don't really do sweets like that. I'll break the rules for a Reese's every once in a blue moon, but like I really don't. Because granted, like when I go and order my coffee, I order the coffee made with almond milk with the whatever flavor creamer I say, and I say no sugar because at that point it's too sweet for me.
Almond milk,
bruh. I don't drink dairy products. No.
You mean almond water?
whatever you want to call it. But I don't drink. I just don't drink. I don't do dairy no more,
Hey,
bro.
bro, look. It looks like you may be a little lactose intolerant. Hey, look, ain't nothing wrong with a little.
No, because I choose not to drink something that comes from a cow that I don't know the medical history on, and it comes from and that milk belongs to an animal that has
You
a
like nut milk.
density 10 times of a human, and it has 4 stomachs. What am I drinking it for?
Nut milk.
Oh, I was just going to say you need breast milk then.
Right, I would like, and glad technically that's what we're supposed to be drinking. You ask people in my psychology. Once again, I go back to stuff in psychology. Open discussion. People said, "What professor?" Heidi asked the question. Would you all go every day drinking human breast milk? And people was like, "Ew, no, yada yada yada." And then he said, "Well, you drink milk from an animal." That's not of our species, a cow that you know nothing about. You don't know the medical history. You don't know what that cow for one, it's for, and for real, that milk is not for a human. Ever since then, did not do dairy. Ever since, that's just my decision. Because for real, we're supposed to be drinking human milk.
So how do you eat mac and cheese?
Bruh, well, for real, I got my using the almond milk. We just instead of using regular milk, we use the almond milk and whatnot. There's vegan cheese that I use that works just like regular cheese. There's some vegan cheese that's not good, but I know the brands that are good, that is good, and milks and melts just like regular milk.
My man Low said,
"Yeah, milk, Low, you crazy." But anyways, like I said, literally, and it's not just me. My brother uses almond milk, my mom, my dad, and so on and so forth. My fiance is hip to it. We don't really do dairy like that. The only thing dairy that they do now is cheese. And it took me a minute to get off of cheese because I love cheese. But I found a good, but like I said, I found a vegan dairy-free cheese that tastes just as good. So that's just me.
I have so much more to talk about, but we got to cut the show here right now. I need, we can hear you.
Okay.
I need everybody on this feed to let people know that the No Filter Show is going on a summer break. Next week is our last show for the summer break, and we want everybody in here. We're going to do it big. It's going to be the show about nothing, and we're going to let the audience dictate the conversation. And you never know. Depending on the conversation, I may just drop the link in somebody's inbox. We just might have a special guest on the show. So,
yes, Mike.
With that being said, Quick.
Y'all already know the vibes. Beats, Bars, and Faith. Your boy K Quick. I am KQuick.com. All that good stuff. By the way, announcement exclusively here first. My first starring role in the film Water. The film will be released September 17th.
I send you a hole.
Yeah. It will be on Amazon Prime. It'll be on Tubi. It'll be on several other platforms that are to be determined at the moment. But it will be for worldwide viewing, the world premiere, September 17th this year. Yeah.
And of course, it's your man GMO, aka non-GMO, man. I love y'all. I don't know if y'all can see me. My shit froze. Y'all be easy.
We can hear you. That's
okay.
All. I am the Blue Phoenix. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for responding to our topic earlier. And if you feel that you are in those situations, please ask for help. Please reach out. Men, especially. If you need to, reach out to one of us. We'll help you. And you can catch me at the Blue Phoenix Hills everywhere. I appreciate you guys so much for being with us for all these years, all these Thursdays, from the 3 to 4 hours to the hour and a half. We just really appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all. Y'all can find me on all social media platforms at TaylorMade Rock. I want to end the show by sending a special I'm proud of you. Congratulations to my baby girl, my youngest child, Kanaya Taylor. She just went to prom. Next week, she will be graduating high school. Yeah. This is a big step in your life. I know I was supposed to say this speech, but this is just part of it. I'm proud of you. You hung in there. Your future is bright, just like your brother. Stay true to who you are, and just know that mommy and daddy always got your back. This is what? Who?
Filter Show.
We see y'all next week, y'all. Peace. Oh yeah, don't forget y'all. Make sure y'all go check out DMV James. www.dmvjamestv.com. The #1 platform for all DMV culture. Let's get it.